Story. HOA demanded I cut down trees for visibility, so I declared the area a nature reserve. The air was thick with the scent of pine and tension on that crisp autumn morning. I stood at the edge of my property, a 10-acre plot I'd inherited from my father, where ancient oaks and maples stretched toward the sky. For years, this land had been my sanctuary, a place where birdsong drowned out the chaos of the world. But today, that peace was shattered by Linda Hargrove, the HOA president, who stormed toward me with a clipboard and a scowl. "You've got 2 weeks to cut down those trees, Tom," she barked, jabbing a manicured finger at the forest. "They block the view from the new development. Our buyers deserve visibility." Her voice dripped with entitlement, as if my trees were a personal affront to her vision of suburban perfection. I clenched my fists, my father's voice echoing in my mind. "This land is a gift. Protect it. Linda, these trees have stood here for centuries. They're not going anywhere." Her eyes narrowed. "You'll regret this, Tom. The HOA has rules, and you're not above them." She spun on her heels, leaving me staring at the forest I'd sworn to defend. The next day, the chainsaws arrived. I woke to the roar of engines and the sickening crack of falling branches. My heart pounded as I ran outside, finding a crew of workers hacking at my trees under Linda's smug supervision. "Stop!" I shouted, waving my arms. "This is my land." But Linda held up a permit, claiming the HOA had authority over community aesthetics. I was livid, but powerless until I met Sarah. Sarah was a young environmentalist who'd moved to town to fight for local wildlife. She showed up at my doorstep that evening, her eyes blazing with purpose. "I heard about your trees," she said. "We can fight this, Tom. There's a legal loophole. Declare your land a nature reserve. It'll protect the forest under state law." Her passion was infectious, and for the first time in days I felt hope. We worked tirelessly, gathering signatures, filing paperwork, and rallying neighbors. Sarah's energy drew people in kids who loved the forest, retirees who valued its beauty, even a reclusive old man named Carl, who rarely left his cabin but signed our petition with a trembling hand. By week's end, we'd done it. My land was officially a nature reserve. I thought we'd won. But Linda didn't back down. She escalated, rallying her HOA allies to sue me, claiming the reserve was a public nuisance. The tension peaked at a community meeting in the town hall, where Linda stood at the podium, her voice shrill. "This man is defying progress," she cried, pointing at me. "He's ruining our property values." The crowd murmured, divided. Sarah leaped to her feet, her voice cutting through the noise. "This isn't about money, it's about our planet. Those trees are our legacy." Applause erupted, but Linda's glare promised war. Then came the twist. Carl, the quiet old man, shuffled forward, his voice frail but steady. "I worked for the state forestry department for 40 years, he said. "Linda's permit? It's forged." I checked the records. The room gasped. Linda's face drained of color as Carl produced documents proving her fraud. The crowd turned on her, their anger palpable. I watched, stunned, as the woman who'd terrorized me crumbled. But victory was bittersweet. The next morning, I found Sarah at the reserve, tears streaming down her face. Vandals likely Linda's allies had slashed dozens of trees overnight, leaving gaping wounds in their trunks. "We saved the land, but not all of it," she whispered. I felt a hollow ache, knowing some trees wouldn't survive. Linda faced charges for fraud, but the damage was done. The forest, my father's gift, bore scars that would outlive us all. Standing among the wounded trees, I realized this fight was bigger than me. It was about greed versus stewardship, community versus control. Sarah planted a sapling where a stump now stood, her hands trembling but resolute. "We'll rebuild," she said. I nodded, vowing to honor my father's legacy, no matter the cost. The battle left me broken but unbowed, a reminder that protecting what matters demands sacrifice. Linda's fall exposed her hubris, but the ruined trees haunted me a bitter price for justice. As I walked away, Carl's words lingered. "You did right, Tom. Not everyone would. What do you think? Where do we draw the line between progress and preservation? Share your thoughts.